Hi everyone, my name is Hasmik. I am originally from Iran, but I'm Armenian, Persian, Armenian, American. So because it's Easter, I thought it would be a good idea to cook the three things that we normally eat on Easter as Easter dinner, which is smoked fish. We have our famous cuckoo, and also we have our rice with jewel rice, which has a raisin, it has rishta and basmati rice and lots of butter with chicken on the bottom. Okay, first to start with the smoked fish. So most people ask me, how do you cook the smoked fish? Because when you buy it from the store, it's like in a package like this. So what we do first turn the oven on 350 degrees. Okay, 350 degrees, then cut the plastic off. What we are going to do is that we have to just wash the fish just inside and outside, just rinse the water and let it drain a little, then pat it dry on a paper towel. Take a regular size pan, and you need some foil, aluminum foil. You cut a large piece, okay, and you put the fish down, and you cut another piece to go on top of the fish, and then you start folding them. Folding from this side, the bottom, and this side. Voila! And if the fish is long, you can just turn it this way, so the entire fish is in the pan. You put it in the oven. The oven already is hot on 350 degrees. Put it in the oven and let it cook for approximately 30 minutes. You will start smelling the fish, then almost you will know when it's time. When you can really smell smoked fish, then you know it's done. So approximately 30 minutes this has to cook. So while the fish is cooking, we have 30 minutes. In the meantime, we are going to start working on our cuckoo. So for cuckoo, we have our greeneries. So for our cuckoo, these are the greeneries we need. We need 1 bunch of spinach, 3 bunches of cilantro, 3 bunches of celery and parsley, a bunch of fresh garlic, which normally comes in 2 pieces of garlic, 1 bunch of mint, 1 bunch of phonic Greek, which is shambalile, 3 bunches of Persian chives, and basically that's it. We clean it up, we wash it in a big pot, and we let it dry a little. So after it dried a little, then we have to start chopping it. And after we chop this, then we are going to need our eggs and our seasoning, which we'll go through it later. So we'll start chopping this. So when we wash this, I separated them so for you to see what kind of greeneries we need. But normally when we do this, these are all mixed together. So we chop this and put them in a pan, just like this. Okay, chop it to small pieces. You can use food processor too, if you would like, big food processor. You can also buy dried greeneries for cuckoo, which normally they sell it in Persian or Armenian or Middle Eastern food markets. You can also find frozen one. So if you get a frozen one, you have to do the next step that I'm going to do, which is to let the greeneries to get dried, to lose the water. So after we chopped it, we are gonna put it in a pan. We are gonna put it in a pan. Okay. We will put it in the pan. And we will put it on the stove. Okay, we put the greeneries that we chopped in the pot and let it cook for approximately 4 or 5 minutes. So it will lose most of the water. You can just stir it every little while. Okay, after like a few minutes, you can see it's gonna start, steam is gonna come off the greeneries. And this will let the greeneries to lose all the water, so our cuckoo is gonna be good. It's not gonna be too watery. Some people like to dry the greeneries and chop it, but I prefer it this way. Okay, now like as you see, our greeneries have lost all the water and they're all nice and good. So we will turn it off and then we are gonna put them in a bowl so we can add the eggs. So after you see the water is gone and the greeneries turn a little darker green, so it's done. We turn off the heat and empty the greeneries in a pot, big pot, because you are going to add other ingredients like eggs and stuff like that. So turn on the heat on medium and put the pot back on the heat and add half a cup olive oil. This is half a cup olive oil. And while our oil is getting hot, lower it. While our oil is getting hot, we are going to take our greeneries and add our other ingredients. So we have our greeneries in the pot. We are going to add 12 eggs to this mixture. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So add to the mixture half a teaspoon of sugar, salt. Okay, half a teaspoon curry powder, half a teaspoon black pepper, or you could do more if you would like, but this is how much I would. Half a teaspoon turmeric, ground turmeric, or little maybe more, like almost 1 teaspoon turmeric. It's up to you. If you'd like turmeric more, you can add more. And one teaspoon of regular flour. 1 teaspoon regular flour. So all the ingredients, when you add them, you start mixing them. Mix them very nicely. You mix the eggs and everything else. So you mix everything well. Okay, now it's perfect. Let's go back to our pan. Well, we have to make sure our oil is hot enough. So first, for testing, you drop a little greeneries. If you see it's bubbling like this, then the oil is ready. Now we have to empty all the mixture. We emptied all in the pot, and with our spoon try to make it nice and level. Be careful, the oil is very hot. Okay, so nice and smooth it everywhere so our cuckoo looks perfect. All everywhere is the same height. Okay, so now we increase the heat a little and keep an eye on it. So now, as you see, the bubbles started building around the cuckoo, and it's cooking very nicely. So what I'll do now I'll lower it a little and put a lid. Yeah, any kind of lid. If your pot has a lid, use the same lid, or if it does something else that is gonna make it cook better inside. So you will put the lid and let it cook like this for another 3-4 minutes before we flip the cuckoo. So as you can see, this lid is gonna help the inside of the cuckoo to cook very evenly. So we let it cook like this for another 3-4 minutes. So after 5 minutes, you take the lid off so it doesn't create too much water. And then just with the spoon, you can feel it. It's cooking nicely. It's just not done yet. So let it cook. See, nicely it's cooking, but inside is still loose. It has to cook until this becomes a little hard, so we can flip it. So another 4 or 5 minutes in a slow heat should do it. Now, as you can see, our cuckoo is almost done. With your spatula, you can just like check this around the cuckoo, just like this, and then you can tell this is perfectly done, and it's not stuck to the pan. So we have to flip it. So for flipping, there are 2 ways of flipping. For example, if you are very expert, you can use something like this, a pan or pot. Just put it on the lid and just flip it, and then slowly put it back in the pot. However, for our purposes, I'm gonna think that most people you're just trying to learn how to flip it and you don't want to burn yourself. So what we do, we are gonna divide the cuckoo in 4 pieces. Okay, we'll divide into 4 pieces and we'll flip each piece separately. what happens is when it cooks and when you put it in the pan, plate, you're gonna be cutting it anyway. So it's okay. We flip it like this too. So we cut it in 4 pieces and make sure all the pieces are separated like this. I'm not using knife, but I'm using my spatula. And then this is how we'll do it. We use one flat spatula and another spoon and just flip it. Okay? We flip each piece. Okay? I will put it back. It's gonna be beautiful. Don't worry about it. Okay? And this is the 3rd piece. And the last piece. Okay, perfect. And we are gonna fix it so it looks perfect. So if you flip it and you realize that it's a little dry, you can add a little oil, extra oil. However, this looks perfect. So I'm not gonna add any oil, but what I'll do, I'll just lower the heat and put the lid again. I'll let it cook for another 4 or 5 minutes and our cuckoo is done. Okay, take the lid off and it smells so good. And with your spatula, just slowly touch the cuckoo and you can tell, you can feel it's firm. So it is almost done. So put the lid back and let it cool, cook for another minute or 2. Okay, after a few minutes is passed, our cuckoo has been cooking. Let's check it. So take the lid off and using your spatula, just slowly pressure it. And as you can tell, you can feel it, it's harder. So it's almost done. So we'll put the lid back and let it cook for maybe 2 more minutes and our cuckoo is done. Okay, let's check out our fish. I think it's done. So one way to know if it's done is just you pull the pan and open the foil. Be careful, this could be very hot. So I'll take my glove off. So see, when you open it, you can tell the skin is almost getting separated from the fish. So our smoked fish is done. So we are going to take it out. Okay. So you slowly open the foil. Oh, and you can see, oh my goodness, the smoke, the steam is coming out. So the fish is perfectly done. You have to be careful, but this could be very hot. So now we just have to clean all the skin and the bones from the fish. Get a knife. Okay, look how beautiful. Look perfect, cooked perfectly. Cut it. My goodness, looks beautiful. And you nicely put it in the plate. It is beautiful. So delicious. Okay, so now it's time for me to taste it. They look very beautiful. I'm sure they're delicious too. So I'm gonna take a piece of the fish too, and I'm going to taste them. Mmm, delicious. And you know what? Every time I eat this, it reminds me of home, Iran. Mmm, very good. The fish too. You know, cooking the smoked fish like this becomes very moist and very good. Mmm, perfect. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Wow, 4K baby. 인계선은 또 꿀루치. 어까시. 헤헤헤헤. 뭔디 킨트 바보. 어서. 너부터 거니? Wow, this is gelukkig. Oh, zie je nou pretty movie star, nou die Andy. Wow. Goeie.